So I've been seeing some videos on my For You page, and I think that it is finally time to discuss the female loneliness epidemic.
We've been talking about the female loneliness epidemic over here for a minute.
First and foremost, when it comes to dating, females are horrendous at approaching who they want to date. We are terrified of rejection. We don't know the right way to even approach a guy who we like. We don't know what the hell we're doing.
That's why these girls are saying, I don't approach men.
If you left a female to her own devices to find her a husband, and you told her the only way you're going to find the husband is if you figure something out. Don't wait for the man to come and present himself. You're going to have to go hunt for your husband. She will be single for the rest of her own damn life.
Is this all
Not
women?
because she doesn't like a guy. She might actually have a guy around her somewhere that she's interested in. But she's so terrified at all of the things in her mind, that little voice telling her, he's not going to like you. You're not his type. What if it doesn't work out? He's going to laugh in your face. He probably already has a girlfriend. All these voices in your mind telling you.
For Gypsy's full breakdown on these bitter, lonely chicks that don't need no man but secretly want a man, and why they act like that, and how you can maneuver around that to get what you're trying to get, join the Patreon, where we talk about that, and we've got many other perks over there for you guys and girls who are interested in these dope type of conversations that Gypsy be having with me. Yes, she be talking to me like I'm her pupil, but I'm asking on behalf of you guys, what do you think about this? And on behalf of me, what do you think of that? Go to the Patreon right now. You can join as a free member. We got some exclusive stuff going on there. Let's go.
I realized that sometimes the loneliest people are the ones that are most active on social media and are the influencers.
Aha!
And why is that? I guess it's because we, and I'm including myself in there, we just don't have any friends and we don't have anyone to talk to, so we just talk to our camera. We just don't have any friends. We just don't have any friends. And we don't have anyone to talk to, so we just talk to our camera and basically act like it's our friend.
What a loser.
Part of the reason why so many women have decided not to date men or are being very selective and very intentional is because it's not possible to love yourself and a man at the same time.
Huh?
Most men will not allow that.
A lot of women will say that, but they'll leave out they're in this.
You about to go to work?
Yes, and I'm running late.
Before you go, let me get $38 right quick so I can...
No, I don't have it. All my money went on bills.
I can't be with no that can't do it for her. What the is you here for?
So the kinds of men you attract won't allow that. But then my next question is, why do you keep sleeping with these types of dudes? That was a rhetorical question, you Pisces face bitch. Don't nobody care about your astrology headed ass.
So many men have put us in a position now where we have to choose.
What a crock of shit.
So I want to talk about this female loneliness epidemic we got going on, right? It's bad. See, they've been trying to say it was the man trying to use reverse psychology, but it was never the men. It was always the women.
I had to just evaluate this point right here. This commenter writes, men don't get lonely because we were designed to be alone. Here's something that people overlook. God created the heaven and earth in 6 days. On the 6th day, he created man and said, it is very good. On the 7th day, he rested. Guess what? Adam was alone. Hold on, now that you think about it, I say that a lot. I think women's entitlement goes all the way back to Eve. When she was created, everything was already here. It was already a man here. So of course, modern day women always think they're gonna run into another man. All of the beauty and splendor of the world was already here. So of course a woman feels like, I want more. I can't even fault the girl for looking at it like that. It's genetic. She can't even help it. This is why I be saying it's a pre-installed program. Of course there's a female loneliness epidemic, because men aren't doing for you what Adam did for Eve when she opened up her eyes. But let's keep going.
This is deep.
He was designed to be alone. Later, he created woman. That's one of the reasons God never commanded a woman to love a man, but he did command man to love a woman.
What did you say, nigga?
Alright, sidebar right fast. The premise that God commands men to love women, but not vice versa, is a misunderstanding. While the Bible gives specific instructions for husbands to love their wives, Ephesians 5:33, it also instructs wives to respect their husbands and acknowledge that both men and women are capable of loving and are expected to show love to one another in different contexts, though the expression of that love and submission has specific nuances.
Okay.
He knew we were okay being alone. That's just my 2 cents. But that's very logical. First, you have to believe in the fairy tale of the Bible. Everybody doesn't. That's fine. So you men who do, you need to be looking to let women who are evenly yoked with you into your empire. I don't care how good looking these hoes look. In my opinion, just like this brother gave his 2 cents, that's in my opinion.
Now, you can try to prove me wrong if you want to, but before you do it, I'm going to tell you, you're going to fail epically. You're going to fail big time. The reason I say it's a female loneliness epidemic and not a male loneliness epidemic is because look at what you see on social media, right? You see all these women coming to the internet talking about how men don't approach them. You don't see men doing that. That is women. Then you got all these women complaining about the passport bros, talking about they got to go overseas to find women. That's because they lonely and bitter. You don't see men complaining about women going overseas finding men because men are not the lonely ones. And this is the nail in the coffin, right? To prove that we have a female loneliness epidemic, this is the nail in the coffin. How many women do you see sharing men? Knowingly sharing men. How many women do you see sharing men? How many women do you see sharing the same baby daddy? One man can have like 5 women pregnant, all in the same area. But you mean to tell me we have a male loneliness epidemic? No, we have a female loneliness epidemic. And that proves it. Look at how many women putting up with bums. Here it is, you have a man laying in your house with no job, no car, no source of income. But yet, he is laying in your house, getting your goodies, shooting the club up, then leaving your house, going to another woman's house, doing the same thing. And then turn around and have these 2 women fighting over this man with no income. Yeah, bro. We got a serious female loneliness epidemic. It was never the men. It was the women all along.
Did I tell you? I knew it.
You snaggletooth some bitches who decided that in the comments of one of my videos where I was praising my husband for being a good man, where you guys were like, you're obsessed with him. You should really figure out how to not be around him like that because it's good to be independent. Fuck you. You bitches don't even have a man. So if I want to be a husband's girl, because that's what I am, I'm all about my man, my man, my man. Do you understand? Then I'm going to do that. If I decide to get up on here and praise him because he decided to take care of me the way that God sees fit, then I will. And you sorry, miserable bitches can suck my ass from left to right and then in a fucking circle. And then after, matter of fact, you can kiss my ass 2 ways to Sunday and twice on a motherfucking Monday. All right? I don't understand for the life of me what type of miserable bitch you have to be to decide to go to somebody's video where they are happily married to a person who loves them and then spew such hatred and vitriol. It makes 0% of fuck all sense to me. So, I'm going to go back in and kiss up and love up on my husband because I have a man.
Here's the exclusive thing about this woman right here, and women like her. Now, I'm not lusting after another man's wife. I'm saying in my imagination, she probably looked like this when he met her. Of course, she looks older, 30, 40, whatever she may be now. But when he met her, I'm sure she looked on this level of cuteness. Now, this particular girl right here, she's mid. Because she still hasn't found her dude. Many of guys have told her, oh, I can't live without you. I need to marry you, this and this and that. I'll take care of you. Whatever us guys do, whatever they said to her. She chose to turn those dudes down, live her whatever life. And you see how now in this post she's saying things look uncertain. Wouldn't have looked uncertain with your man.
The time I love being single. I am very comfortable being single. But tonight I hung out with friends and I had a great time, and then I was driving home and I started feeling this like wave of depression and anxiety, and I wasn't really sure what it was related to or where it was stemming from. And then I got home and I felt like just so sad and lonely, and I walked into my empty apartment and I thought, God, I wish that I had someone who could just hold me right now. Like, I wish that I had someone who could just take care of me, because I have to take care of myself every single day, and it's fucking exhausting. And I just want someone to take care of me every now and then.
The modern woman got tired of saying she doesn't need any man. The problem lies in the fact that it's easy to say this in your 20s when your social value and youth are at their peak. But by your mid-30s or 40s, you realize hitting the wall is a harsh reality. Being empowered without a family or children, being alone in the world, is tough. Right now, we see women who hit the wall. They're in their 50s, waking up to this deception, realizing they were lied to. Being without a man isn't as glamorous as it's made out to be. They find themselves in an empty house, with no one waiting for them, realizing a cat isn't a child.
Shout out to the channel The Wall. Whoever put that clip up on social media, maybe he clipped himself. But women are hitting the wall younger and younger. This girl from the beginning of the video, she looked like she's in her 20s. You don't got a man and you don't got no friends. That's why you get on social media and talk to your digital diary. If you can't see us fellas are winning, if you can't see it was designed for us spiritually, I know some of you not spiritual, if you can't see it was designed for us to win, I don't know what to tell you, bro.
So I used to date this guy. And he... Oh, I don't think I'm ready to talk about that yet.
When you say men are garbage, you're talking about the men you dated.
Keep picking, exactly. Why do you keep hanging out with garbage dudes? Why can't you attract a guy who's better to yourself? It is what it is, because the women who don't have those problems, you hear them being very quiet.
That's true. That is true.
Hey guys, so I was just wondering if there's a name for what it's called when you attract the most gorgeous, jaw-dropping, Greek god, beautiful men, but they're all extremely mentally ill and not very nice. Because whatever that is, I'm a survivor. And I live with it every day.
There is a name for it, but I'm going to let this lady talk first, and I'm going to come back and speak on it.
A lot of times men date us, and they're actually disappointed. When you're wondering like, oh, well, why did he pursue me? Why did he want to be with me? And then now all of a sudden he pull it back and he want me to chase him. He got to fucking know you.
Aha!
And he's disappointed. Let me tell you this. It's my shit, so I can say, I done disappointed a couple niggas. I know that there are men out here that was just like admire me from afar, and it was like, surprise, I'm a hoe. Like, surprise, look, surprise, look, I f***ed you in a week.
Look at her facial expression. She's like, aw, bless your heart. I'm a whore. Surprise. But she's saying that to multiple no, I'm a slut. Surprise, I'm a hoe. Surprise, I'm a hoe. You HPV carrying trollop.
Like, I know that I disappointed you. Like, I think that men, they see you from afar and they're like, wow, she's out here doing her thing. She's a boss, whatever. And then they get you and they see you off that Casamigos. You drunk as a fucking fish. Your diet don't consist of nothing. You listen to trap music every time you wake up. You have no morning routine. You have no core values. And they date you and they're like, damn, like, I thought it was something else.
It's called disappointment. He got a picture in his mind of his ideal woman too. It consists of not only beauty, but also values and character. And you don't fit that. You koala bear looking bitch.
Things I want in a man. Number 1, height. My man's gotta be above 6'2". My last 2 boyfriends were 6'3". Both of them. And they were jacked. And they looked really good. How am I supposed to downgrade from that?
You did downgrade from it twice, because you're not dating either one of them. One after the other one. They left you because you was strange. Or were you dating them both at a time? Don't say that, because that's making it worse for the sisterhood out here thinking, I want 2 boyfriends. I want 2 husbands. 2 men don't want you. Not living together with you, not dating.
Ladies, how many times has there been a guy in your life, or guys where there's been men in your life who want to sleep with you, but you didn't want to sleep with him? Yeah. Zillions. You can't count it. So what that means, there's a philosophy there, meaning you are sexable. He wants to sleep with you, but just because you are sexable don't mean I'm sexable, right? Same thing with love. Just because I'm lovable doesn't mean that you're lovable too. You're just likable to me. You didn't do for me what I did for you to feel that way. You understand what I'm saying? It's very simple. So if you just wait for me to love you, then you'll be all right. You might have to wait a while.
But that's better than not having me at all. And that sentiment that men are finally waking up to is what's contributing to the female loneliness epidemic that you weird bitches find yourself in. And it's hilarious.
Unfortunately, my next man will have to be 6'2" and up. Number 2, you can't have a gut. I need you built. I need you fit and going to the gym multiple times a week. I'm sorry, like, I'm just not going to date a fat guy. If I can be in the gym 5 days a week and be fit and care about how I look, you can do it. Number 3, he cannot have a salary cap. Whatever career he's in, he needs to have multiple streams of income, and we need to be able to make as much money as possible. That's why I will never date a guy who works in like corporate. What is your 100K salary cap going to do for me? The max you'll ever be able to get to is like, what, 150? Yeah, no, we're good. I need you in a career that is going to make us money. I am a lover of luxury. I like expensive things. I like expensive vacations. So will you, if you're my man. So we need a career that can support that. Number 4, whenever we travel, he's got to be flying his business. I'm sorry, we're not saying an economy together. It's just not happening. Again, this is where the lack of salary cap is really going to help. And number 5, he's got to have a really nice watch. I'm not really impressed when I hear somebody has a Rolex anymore because those can be really cheap. I would much prefer if you had an AP or a Patek and maybe multiple of them. The Rolex can be your day watch and it still better be 50K plus.
Okay. Honey, you're not worth it. You're not worth it. Can I say what we're all thinking? The fact that you delineated this with such, an ego, like you think you're God's gift. You're not worth any of those things. If he is 6'2" and up, built, has multiple watches of the kind that you delineate are appropriate, makes over 150K with no salary cap, and flies his girlfriend first class everywhere, even if he does all that, he shouldn't be doing it for you because you're not worth it, right? The girl who's worth it is the one who doesn't demand all this and gets it just because she's polite and amazing to be around and loyal and loves her man for who he is, not for the stuff. So again, and listen, oh God, I hate to be this person. Attractive girl, yes, but man, she thinks she's a 10 plus, and I don't know. Listen, girls, you have an inflated sense of self that's beyond. So these are the types of girls, honey, what are you doing for him? I want a list. In fact, I would like you, honey, if you're watching, because some of them do, by the way. Just so you know, guys, I get messages from these women. Oh my God, that's me in the video. You're so mean. You're like a mean, old woman. I eat it up like a Christmas cookie that's just cooked just right. It's not too soft. It's not too burnt. I eat it up because you know what? It's getting under their skin because I'm telling them the truth. So, honey, love muffin out there, if you see the video, I would like to see your list of what you bring to the table that doesn't involve what you look like. Crickets chirp a little bit more. Really, I want a long list. And now, listen, it would be one thing if she internally really said, well, I want a guy. The height thing always is just fascinating to me. I can't. I don't know what that's about. But if you wanted a guy who was fit and you wanted a guy who made good money because you wanted to be say you wanted to not work, right? And you wanted to be hey, I want to stay home with the kids, so he's got to carry the load. And let's say you really did, when you traveled, you wanted to travel really well and you wanted to take a really great vacation. And, the watches is ridiculous, honestly, was unbelievably materialistic and lame. But whatever. Let's say you wanted these things and you internally felt like that. You would also, if you were a good woman, you'd be like, you know what? I have to be pulling my weight, and I'm going to provide these things that a guy really wants. I'm going to make myself really attractive to those, high value guys that have the money and all this. And what's that going to look like? Well, it's going to look like me being respectful and me being loyal and me being submissive. And, the man of the house is the man of the house. And I'm not going to be a headache for him. And I'm going to say, hey, I want to stay home with the kids. I want to, cook the meals, and I want to be present, and I want to be mom. And it's a different energy that then guys want to do. Guys are so inclined to want to do really nice things for good women, right? They want to do nice things for you. They want to treat their girlfriends well. They want to buy a nice, birthday treat or birthday surprise, but not for women like this. Guys, listen, if they're delineating all this stuff, they don't care about you. They want a showpiece, or they want it's all about money, and she's a lover of luxury. She doesn't care about you at all. You want a woman who cares about you so much that the stuff is extra and it's nice. Don't get me wrong. A beautiful luxury vacation is nice. Don't get me wrong. Flying first class is nice. And all this stuff is nice. Even the watches, which I could give a lick about. But yeah, sure. It's not nice stuff. Okay. Whatever the stuff is that you like. I like, infrared saunas that are expensive. So it's nice. But you need to know that woman's going to be by your side through thick and thin. Not there for the stuff. How unbelievably unlikable these women are. Right? Is it me? Get in the chat. Tell me. I want to know.